This last Friday, I decided that I was going to go to Singapore and race in a Ferrari because, well, that's just what I wanted to do. This last weekend was the Singapore Grand Prix. Also, the Lions lost to the Seahawks. Rest in peace, guys. Just a heads up, this is a bit of a longer video. I'll leave chapters in the description. This is just going to be a breakdown of my most recent race and what exactly went wrong. And some general advice I would give to anyone who might be thinking about building a sim rig. But on that Friday, I decided that I wanted to do the race of the weekend. And I've done this before, but this time it was a little different. I actually set it to 20 laps or like half an hour long race or something like that. I had a whole entire normal practice and one shot qualifying, and then we jumped into the race. And all things considered, doing a full race like this is good for me because I don't know why, but with racing games, I'm just used to like Assetto Corsa and that sort of thing when I got my wheel, and only really just now am I actually getting into the gaming aspect of it. So I've spent a decent amount of time now in F123. Just the other day I was going through and I was customizing the room. I don't really know what the point of that is, but you know, it was fun. You get to design your car, whatever. But I've been getting more into the actual video game aspect of it. And for some reason, I don't know if this is just me. I doubt it's just me. But because I haven't really done a whole lot of online racing, I get nervous. And it's not like a sweaty palm nervous. It's just I'd rather just time trial and try to get fast and then I'll race. But I'm at the point now where I know how to be fast and I know what I should pay attention to. It's just a question of doing that. Pretty soon here, I'm going to get online and I'm going to actually start racing people. I don't know why I haven't yet. Like I said, maybe it's a little embarrassing, but you know, I just haven't. I haven't felt the urge until recently. So this was a good race for me in that sense, and I'm just here to break it down. We'll keep free practice or whatever pretty short here, but you know, like I said, we're getting used to racing and we're getting used to the format, and we just want to do everything right. So that's what we were doing. And with Singapore, I haven't been here before, so what I really struggled with was, for some reason, turn 3. I don't know, at least initially. And then what I continued to struggle with was turn 13, which is like a second gear hairpin. I think it's the tightest, one of the tighter turns of the whole track, if not turn 8. But yeah, free practice was good for me. Focusing on the gears and the turns. And then once that was down to memory, then the rest of the race was a question of just paying a lot of attention, because this isn't something that comes as second nature driving fast. There are elements of it that, you know, some people are innately good at, and I'd like to think I'm okay. But no one's above practicing, so that's what we were doing here. And, you know, that's the whole point of free practice. But it was good for me. It wasn't the best. I could have spent more time. I will say, I think part of this is you need consistency in racing. So, like, if you pick it up, don't set it down. Don't go a week or 2 or 3 without getting back on, because you're not going to carry that pace with you, at least if you're starting out. That's what I've found. Okay, so on to qualifying. Let me talk you through this. So, first time here, a little bit of practice, and we're coming in hot, and I believe we go down a gear way too low, and then kind of killing the curbs. Not the best entry into turn 3, and we get on the power. Didn't slip up there, which we normally do. Braking, that's okay. Hit the curb. Should stay away from the curbs and try to carry a little bit more speed through there. Try to get the rotation coming up here. Everything's fine. And then this is just a mess. Well, it's not the biggest mess, but I'm forcing the car to rotate. Here, there's a lockup. And maybe not lockup, but it's bad. Lost a lot of speed there, and then we're just torn up from that last turn. So wrong gear for that, and didn't carry the right speed. You can see someone's already way ahead of us. That could have been better, but we should go down to 3rd, stay away from the curbs, come up here, and then you go left, and then you swing right, and then you get on the brakes real hard. 2nd gear turn in, which I failed to do. And then now we've lost a ton of ground, and it's fine. We'll try to recover. Coming in here, little strange. Wrong gear again, which means out of the corner you don't have as much power. This one's always fun. All the way down to 3rd, carry it through. Don't really need to hit the curb there. You can swing it wide to carry your speed. Coming up through here, you almost don't need to lift off, but maybe a little bit, and then hang wide on that again. So again, a lot of lost speed. So you can see my reaction.
What do we got? What do we got? No. 19. We'll come alive in the race. We'll do it.
All right, so it's the start of the race here. Decent launch. Well, it's all right. You can see the rest of the field's pulling away. This AI is at 50%. Kind of cook it through the first turn, just trying to stay alive, not really hitting anyone. And then this, you know, it's just a train. It's the first lap. We have only Logan Sargent behind us. And still not entirely used to this. We definitely could have been a lot faster, been right up there on Sonoda. Sargent is still right on my butt. And I, by the way, never figured out how to use my rear view. And then we really send it through here, and I think Sonoda gets a little bit of us. Or not. Oh, someone is. I think we're just losing it. Again, kind of losing the pace through the corner. And then also maybe braking a little too hard, turning in way too early. There's just a lot of compounding issues. And then that's a stupid late lunge. Not pretty.
You know what? It kind of worked. Oh, he's really...
Let's see if we can get this turn right. Like I said, braking far right and then turn in sharp left, and then give you a good exit. Not quite there. You can still see they're right on my butt.
See Alexander Albon coming for you.
Second gear, turn in here, carry out, swinger wide. Did all right, but you can still see, like, I'm not chasing, I'm being chased. Let's see if we carry wide. Don't really, but that's fine, I guess. I don't really know. It's not really fine, guys. And that is the first lap of a 21 lap race. So at this point in the race, yeah, look at that. We've lost it a little bit of damage. And you can see our best is only a 142. And this is the stage in the race where we're falling apart. So Sonoda comes up.
Stay away, stay away, stay away.
We have nowhere to turn.
On accident. It's not a threat. Turn. Haha, you loser.
At this point,
Eyebrows.
it's only lap 3.
Alright, I need to pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Someone's come off ahead of you.
And then we get thrown a yellow.
Ahead.
Hamilton takes the fastest lap.
It's Hamilton.
Also, we're on the hards. I had a big problem with the hards, and I still do because, you know, hey, they do actually feel different. Kind of bend the third corner here coming up. Probably a little too hot, way too early of a turn in there.
God, I hate hards.
I also, with this turn specifically, that was not a good entry, but I don't seem to always go up to 8th gear. Because in my head, I'm remembering how many times I have to downshift, and then eventually it just becomes normal. But we absolutely botched that turn.
Turn.
Collision with Sargent.
Okay, I've got
Hey,
a brand new race
Sargent.
strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out.
We're not changing it, dude. This is
Oh, and another big one.
Lock up. Okay.
So we did use flashback with the race.
You guys didn't see
I'll
that.
do my best not to in the future, but
Okay, you didn't see
kind
that.
of screwed here.
Oh, shit.
Okay, listen,
So now
don't worry
Sonoda
about
gets
it,
by
mate.
too.
It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy
And we
on
are
for
in
you
last
your
because
MFD.
Alright, well,
Hamilton,
screw Hamilton, I guess.
he's
I
just
lost
gone.
everything.
And that was terrible.
Okay, I did it again.
Are
My
you okay?
brain
That's a
actually shut
nasty
off.
hit. Turn the engine off
And like I
wait for
said,
the
it's
marshals.
that part of the race where you're
Sweat
just, there's
on
a
my
ton of
forehead.
self-doubt because you don't know what you're doing. And you know it's a long race. So you get in your own head. This is
Combined
lap
with all of
4.
the talking pit stop.
And like I was saying, we're at this point in the race where there's just a ton of self-doubt. And you know what gets better? we're doing okay. We're kind of doing whatever here. Apparently, that was an absolutely terrible entry to that little segment. And now we're coming up to my least favorite turn. We go way wide, and guess who's there? Guess who's back? It's Lewis Hamilton. He's right on my buddy. He's got the fastest lap, and we totally botched that up. And it's just it's so bad. Here comes Hamilton. Is he gonna make the move? He tries, but he falls back behind. This turn we struggle with. He's gonna have to have a better exit soon because we're still on hards. He's on softs, and he set fastest lap. Murdering that turn in the wrong sense, and I would assume here would be Hamilton's chance. Gonna go for it. He does not, but we go stupid wide, and he takes it.
Definitely
So,
turned in a lot sooner.
and just like
Wow,
that,
that was rude.
we're bringing up the back and
Okay,
casually
lost the position,
assaulting
trying to
walls,
keep
or at least threatening the walls.
Shut up, British man. I don't know you.
All right, there's the assault. We did it.
Well, what happened?
Tire temp.
So what we're about to watch is going to be my fastest lap of the whole race, which makes sense. It's essentially a time trial at this point. We have an all-right exit there. We don't try to force the car to go where we want it. We just listen to the car. That turn could have been a little better,
That felt so much faster.
but we're not fighting the car.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 38.9 seconds.
So that turn there was what I would say is not fighting the car, if you really look at it. Because I swung wide. It's looking all right there, fourth into third. Let's see if we have to get this corner right. Brake nice and hard, down to second, turn in sharp, and let the car get into the power. Good braking through here, let it go wide, don't fight it. This could have been better here. Let's see how close we got to the wall. We're not trying to scrub off speed. And we're over the line, and we have fastest lap. Purple in sector 2, green in 1 and 3.
Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well
And
done.
just like that, confident boost immediately. Felt nice. Now that we've figured out the pace a little bit, we're actually starting to see someone. That someone being Logan Sargent. At this point in the live stream, I'm not talking, and I go for a late lunge, but we give him room, no touching, but he's got to take it anyways. I get off the power a little early there, but we have good speed, so we're going to pass on the inside. But he's going to fight all the way to the edge there, but so we have to swing wide. Coming up here, we're just going to go straight into the apex. We were there first. And he, just like that, he falls behind, and we can see Albon bolt the Williams. So through here, it's a hard fumble. That's what I was talking about, like that racing mindset. You know, I need to figure it out, and I'm getting closer. I just need more 20 lap, 30 lap, whatever races. I need
Okay,
more
gap
time in the
ahead
seat,
is
and you can't drop it.
3.1 seconds.
But part of that mindset is when you pass someone, or if there's someone near you, like, don't overthink it, like I am here. And just like that,
What was that?
it's just gone. And that's why you can't time trial. I mean, you should and you can, but
All right, Logan.
if you want to get good at
Pissing
racing,
me off.
time trialing will only get you so far. Is what I've learned recently. I don't claim to be an expert, but
Are you alright? Engine off.
I
Engine
am
off.
over this race. I am so sweaty. Can you?
So as you can see, obviously my pace has just gone down again.
The gap between you and the car behind is increasing by a significant amount.
I mean,
each
apparently
lap.
my
Good job.
engineer is telling me that my pace is going back up. But here we are with Sargent. Freaked him out a little. So we go for the inside. We have the speed, but he has the inside line. So we go wide. And he ultimately carries that.
Okay, so the car behind.
We're going to fight him on the next few ones, and I do believe we should have the speed here. We're doing all right under pressure, so that's a nice change of pace. But he goes and tries for the lunge in that corner, and I hate that corner. I mean, secretly I like it. Like, when you get it right, it's very, very nice, but a little wide there, but back on the power. We're on the mediums. Thank God we're not on the hards. Softs would have been nice, but the strategies, I don't know. I went with the basic default, and I kind of wish I had softs at some point.
It took my fastest lap from me. Brother, what was that? Sonoda, I blame you entirely. You were right there.
So at this point, there's one more lap.
Okay, mate.
And
Final
we have
lap
a
of the
decent
race.
amount of distance
Final
between
lap.
us and Sargent, so that's nice. At this point, we're fairly confident in how to go around this circuit. So as you can see, we're playing it wide. We're still dealing with tires and tire management, which I honestly wasn't really paying attention to, other than how it felt. But the pace definitely is more clearly there. And the confidence at this point, I didn't necessarily show you every time that I crashed. But we did crash multiple times. And, you know, obviously here Max Verstappen wins. Kind of botched that turn, but, you know, hey, it's the last lap. I have to hold on to the single place that I got throughout the whole entire race. Real big mishap there, and that means Sonoda is right on us. You can start to hear the fireworks, and I'll be honest, that kind of messed with my brain, but it's fine because we are almost done with this track and this race. Coming out of here could have been better, but we're playing it safe, to be honest, because you can fly off there. We come around in the final corner, and we take our place.
Well, finished better than we
Right, race
qualified.
over. Take care of the car on the
I am
way
a
in.
sweaty mess. 17th. We'll take it. I did have fastest lap at one point, and then they took it away from me. So that's sad.
Overall, I honestly like Singapore. Off camera, I've also been racing a lot more because, you know, I realized, well, first of all, if you guys are going to watch me, well, I hopefully have something to show, right? I don't want to waste your time, and I want to get better. So just yesterday, I was at Suzuka, and that's another one of those tracks or circuits or whatever we want to call them, that when I was there last, it really kind of pissed me off, and now I enjoy it. When it comes to learning a track when you're new to this sort of thing, I would recommend actually taking time and, first of all, help yourself and watch people online who've raced there before. If you watch how they drive, their steering, their braking, and all of that, you can use that as pretty valuable input to figure out what you're probably doing wrong. And beyond that, you need to have braking references, and you need to turn in properly. And that's the sort of thing that's running through my mind when I do a race like this, especially one that's 20 laps long like this. I haven't done one this long up to that point, at least not in a while. So it's nice to be back and actually properly racing. I will be making a video soon about the sim rig because, dear God, it's uncomfortable, and I need to figure out how to make that better. So I'll try to help you guys, and essentially my heels and my back and my ass hurts after that because my sim rig is just a metal slab and plastic. Video on that soon. Also, if you haven't seen it, check out my latest episode of ECU, where I cover flying cars, BMW heat subscriptions, being over, thank God, and Logan Sargent and how he's running out of time in Formula One. ECU is a great show. I update you on anything related to cars every single week. New video on Monday, ECU on Thursday, live show on Friday. I hope I see you in the next one.